Hello and welcome to the very first episode of English Podcast 01. I'm Venica and I'm so excited to have you here with me today. If you've been struggling to improve your English and dream of speaking fluently, you're in the right place. In this episode, we're going to dive into practical and effective tips that can help you become fluent in English faster than you think. So grab a notebook or just sit back, relax, and let's get started. First things first, let's talk about what fluency really means. Fluency isn't about speaking perfectly or knowing every single word in the dictionary. It's about communicating confidently and effectively, even if you make a few mistakes along the way. Remember, fluency is a journey, not a destination. So, how do you get there? Here are 5 actionable tips that will set you on the path to fluency. Tip number 1. Immerse yourself in the language. To become fluent in English, you need to surround yourself with it. Think of it like this. The more you hear, read, and speak English, the more natural it will become. Start by listening to English podcasts like this one, watching movies, or even tuning in to English news channels. And don't just passively consume it, try to actively pay attention. For example, pause a show to repeat new phrases or mimic how the speakers pronounce certain words. Immersion doesn't require a plane ticket to an English-speaking country. You can create your own English world right at home. Tip number 2. Build a habit of speaking every day. You've probably heard the saying, practice makes perfect, but I like to say, practice makes progress. To build fluency, you need to practice speaking regularly. Find a conversation partner, whether it's a friend, a language tutor, or someone you meet online. And if you're too shy to speak with others right away, try talking to yourself in the mirror or recording your voice. Set small goals, like describing your day in English or answering common questions. Daily speaking practice will boost your confidence and help you learn faster. Tip number 3. Expand your vocabulary one step at a time. Fluency comes from having the right words at the right time. Instead of trying to memorize hundreds of new words all at once, focus on learning words and phrases that are relevant to your daily life. For example, if you're a student, learn vocabulary related to education. If you're a traveler, focus on common travel phrases. And don't forget to practice these words in sentences to make them stick. Apps like Duolingo or Anki can also help you build vocabulary step by step. Tip number 4. Master the art of listening. Listening is a powerful tool for improving your fluency. Pay attention to how native speakers structure their sentences, pronounce words, and use intonation. Try shadowing, where you listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately after. This will help you improve your pronunciation and rhythm. Podcasts, audiobooks, and YouTube channels are excellent resources for practicing your listening skills. Tip number 5. Embrace mistakes and keep going. This is probably the most important tip of all. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are a natural part of learning any language. Instead of worrying about getting everything right, focus on expressing yourself. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become. Remember, every mistake is a step closer to fluency. So, to quickly recap, 1. Immerse yourself in English as much as possible. 2. Make speaking a daily habit. 3. Build your vocabulary gradually and practice it. 4. Improve your listening skills by shadowing and active listening. 5. Embrace mistakes and keep practicing without fear. Fluency doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent effort and a positive mindset, you'll get there. And guess what? You're already taking a big step by listening to this podcast. I'm so proud of you for starting this journey. Thank you so much for tuning in to the very first episode of English Podcast 01. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends who are also learning English. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to learning English? Drop a comment below or connect with me on social media. Let's learn and grow together. Until next time, keep practicing, stay positive, and remember, you've got this.